Hey everyone, welcome to the Anonymous Advice Podcast. I'm Andrew, and wow, look at this. Double digits, episode 10. I can't believe it, I made this far. I can't believe more than one person listens to this thing. This is great. I took a week off. I don't know, what a bad idea, what a good idea, I don't know. But I'm never taking a week off again. I've said this before, I'm a really shitty marketing person. And in order for people to listen, you gotta keep dishing out the content. I recorded an episode a couple days ago. This is Monday, by the way, so crazy stuff going on. We're getting close to a corona vaccination. That's crazy. But anyway, I recorded an episode with my biffle Jackie and her friend Courtney to be released. I got to tell you, though, I may need to scrap the entire thing. I needed to bleep like half the things I set out. So take a note, all you podcasters. Don't do what I do. Figure it out before. Take notes. Don't just go on and talk. I don't know. But what a week. You know, Joe Biden, Sloppy Joe, Sleepy Joe, whatever we want to call him. He wins the election. A great day for 51% or so of the country. I'm not too into politics, but I got to tell you, my stocks are up. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fresh. I went down a rabbit hole last week. I got to stop posting on Instagram. It's bad luck. But hey, we got Joe. This is Monday. We got it looks like 90% of vaccination that works. I think Joe he's just going to be a nicer guy to watch on TV. That's all. Less stress. That's all I'm saying. But Joe winning last week really got me thinking about history and about our country, and it reminds me of a date I went on before we get into a couple questions here. I went out with a girl a few years ago, Dara, who I think is probably still the love of my life. We'll see. We only went out a couple times, but it was pure magic. I realized I didn't really know much about history, don't really know much about past presidents. We met on, I believe it was OkCupid, and so we went out in Manhattan. I think it was in the Chelsea area. For some reason, I had a $100 bill on me. So Benjamin Franklin is on the $100 bill. I don't know why I had this 100. I've never had a $100 bill ever before, and it was brand spanking new. I may have gotten cash from the bank for some reason. But I had the bill on me. We were talking about it. I was like, hey, I've never seen a $100 bill like this ever. It's brand new. And she said, it's so weird that you had to be a president to be on a bill, and Benjamin Franklin is on the $100 bill. And I said, baby, sugar pie honey bun, love her. I don't think Ben Franklin was a president. And she was like, yeah, he was. And I said, I think he invented lightning. And she was like, no, he was the president, and he came over on the Mayflower. I was like, I don't think so. I got to figure this out. I think he signed the Declaration of Independence. I think he was a founding father. And he's from Philly. So I think he did something. I think he climbed a tree and lightning hit him. And she was like, that was Thomas Edison. I was looking around being like, holy shit, we have no idea who the fuck Benjamin Franklin is. So we were going back and forth, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Isaac Newton, what's his name? I don't know. He invented electricity. So what did Benjamin Franklin do? I think he got hit by lightning. We weren't sure. We were going back and forth for about an hour because, why don't we just Google this? I have no idea. But I ended up looking it up. He was a treasurer. He invented a lightning rod. He founded a university in Pennsylvania, University of Pennsylvania. And he flew a kite or something, So that was crazy to me. I had no idea who Benjamin Franklin was. I felt dumb. I mean, I am dumb, so I felt what I am. So anyway, that was crazy. We made out at the end of the date. That was cool, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it was a great date. I forget the name of the place. But now I got to figure out other people in history. Someone told me the other day that I'm not knocking Susan B. Anthony, but I heard she was a racist. She was like, I want women to vote, just not black women. Oh my gosh. These people are crazy. Anyway, let's get off this topic. I'm going down another rabbit hole here. So I got a little bone to pick with somebody. You'll hear the clip on this. So my high school friend Manny just started talking shit about my advice. So basically what I did, trying to become a better marketing person, I made a YouTube video. All right? I made a YouTube, I made everything. So I started cutting up clips. One of the clips was how to get a girlfriend. And I was talking to this kid who wrote in. I didn't realize he was 16 until I was reading it. By the way, Manny, thanks for, in this clip that you sent me, you cut your last name out, but left mine in. So way to just bash me, and everyone can look up who I am, but I'll cut that out too. But I didn't know what to do because he was 16. I didn't have a girlfriend when I was 16. And by the way, you're going to hear Manny's advice. He is just reliving mine and his high school experience. There were no girls involved in this. He's like, oh, yeah, man, you got to go to Applebee's, half-off appetizers, get a car. Andrew's advice sucks. He didn't even say anything. Yeah, because I didn't know what the fuck to do. All right? Sometimes I don't know. I'm not an expert here. But yeah, Applebee's, it is a good idea. All right? Go to get a half-off appetizers. Maybe if you want to fancy it up a little bit, Olive Garden. Okay? I know I mentioned Olive Garden a lot, but do that. Make them laugh. That's true. You got to make them laugh. I was just reading 21 ways to get a girlfriend from Google. I typed it in Google, Manny. You had time. You had time to do this. You made a video of it. You made a recording. So listen to it. I'll put it in right now.
Hey, this is Emmanuel in response to Andrew West's video on how to get a girlfriend. His video is filled with lies. Don't listen to it. My video, on the other hand, is going to tell you the truth on how to get a girlfriend when you're a teenager. Because that's mostly what he talked about. So that's what I'm going to talk about. All right. So let's say this is your first girlfriend and you're a younger person. This is what you do. You wait until it's after 9 p.m. You go to Applebee's, half price appetizers because you're a poor student, right? You go with another guy and you make sure you don't invite one girl out. You make sure she has a friend. So it's two guys, two girls. You're hanging out. It's Applebee's after 9 p.m. You're doing wacky stuff, you're putting yourself in shopping carts. You're getting tons of caffeine. You stay out as late as possible on the weekends. And it's even better. Let's say you're a sophomore, a junior or a senior. You're hanging out with younger freshmen, sophomore girls. All right. This is going to be your opportunity because you have a car. When you have a car and you can drive around and you have a friend and you're a senior, junior, that's going to be your opportunity because girls' expectations of you are very low. They haven't had boyfriends. The bar is set low or it doesn't even exist yet. So, hey, you're going to be maybe their first person that they ever see or hang out with or do anything with. So, hey, this is your opportunity. And remember, the first thing to always, always, always know is that it's helpful just to get in there and just do whatever you can to make them laugh. Try to find out what their humor's like because the humor is by far the most important thing. And if you're really awkward, make sure you bring a friend. This has been Manny's accurate guide on how to get a girlfriend when you're in high school. Don't listen to Andrew's guide. It has no actual advice.
And it's pretty good advice. I got to tell you. Make them laugh. All right. What do you want from me? I wore Janko jeans. I don't know. Anyway, woo! This is getting good. How's everyone's Halloween? Everyone's Halloween good? It's been a while. Wow, it's been so long. I saw on Instagram the other day someone took a selfie, just a selfie with an inspirational quote, and they tagged it the Salem witch trial place. It's like, Jesus. A couple hundred women were murdered there. Why are you taking a selfie like this? This is ridiculous. Come on. This is bad. So let's get into a couple questions. I got a couple questions here today. We're finally back on the advice train, the anonymous advice train. I'm learning how to edit. I don't really edit myself. I just try and make myself sound louder because I like hearing myself talk. Man, I started watching The West Wing again. That show's amazing. Finished Breaking Bad. One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. Hit me up, anonadvicepodcast@gmail.com if you have a question for me. Alrighty. First question. How do I tell her I found out she's cheating? To cut this story short, I've been seeing this girl for nearly 2 years now. I'm 20, she's 19. It was all good up until the last 2 months or so. She started becoming flaky, not available to hang out. She used to always send good morning and good night text, and was just happy to be around me or contact me. Now she's gone cold, and I had a gut feeling for a while now that something was going on. I approached her several times, and her reply was always, "I'm busy." So there was no talking to her. My friend suggested he add her on his Snap account and flirt with her, etc., to see how she would react, because he was tired of seeing me upset, and she doesn't know him. I didn't want to go along with it, but I did for some reason. And lo and behold, not even an hour within talking, she turned the convo sexual with him. My heart honestly dropped, because I always good to her. Wow, okay, I was always good to her. And also, I was suspecting things, but didn't expect to really see it. She was going to send him sexual pics, but he blocked her, and we both just sat there silent, because not even he expected her to react that strongly. How do I just go up to her and tell her about this? What should I do? First of all, Snapchat sucks. Why do people's like, yo, man, what's your Snap? What's your Snap? What is your Snap? Why do you just give the person your phone number? Fucking Snapchat ruins relationships left and right. Why does the guy who started Snapchat, he thinks he's like the coolest guy ever now? Jesus. This platform sucks. Everything is deleted, and you can still save it, so it doesn't matter. It's like, whatever. Anyway, I think what you did was cool. I think what you did was good. Would I have done the same thing? Probably not, but what else are you supposed to do? You've been going out for 2 years. She's flaky. She says she's busy all the time. She doesn't text you anymore. It was going in the opposite way anyway. So I don't think that's necessarily. She may not be actually cheating, but this is definitely like, this is a first step. You know, who knows if she's actually slept with anybody yet? But I would end things. So what I would do is I'd sit her down, go to your favorite coffee establishment or whatever, Dunkin'. All the TikTokers are going to Dunkin'. What are you, 20? You're still in that age range. Starbucks. Coffee Bean, McDonald's has dollar coffee, Wawa, whatever you want to do. Go somewhere and just say, hey, this isn't working out. You gotta step up before she leaves you. You know, you gotta be the bigger man here because she's the one doing it. So just end it. I wouldn't start bashing her or anything. I would just try and end it easy. I would just try and go your separate ways. You're young, man. You're gonna find somebody that won't snap people. Here's a better idea. Ask someone if they have a Snap, and if they say no, marry her. That's all you got to do, right? That's it. Hey, do you have Snapchat? No. Awesome. There's the first step. Date older. Go up to I don't know, when is Snapchat? I'm 32, and it's odd for me to be on Snapchat, but I do. A couple girls on there. But, what, mid to late 20s is sort of weird to have Snapchat and use it all the time. That's my advice. That was good. I hope that was good for you, man. Manny, who bashed my podcast, they're all lies. It wasn't all lies, Manny. It wasn't all lies, okay? Fucking, you should be on the podcast. How about that? How about I'll throw you a couple questions. You won't even know what's coming, and then you give advice. Instead of writing stuff up for 5 hours and then responding, All right. That really grinds my gears, I'm glad he mentioned something. Look, hey, I'm getting better at this. No, I'm not really getting better at this. I'm staying the same. But my advice is my advice. What do you want from me, okay? All right, dude, you'll find someone else. Hit me up. Let me know what happens. That sucks, man. It's 2 years is a pretty long time. Pretty long time. This coffee's good that I'm drinking right now. All right, let's get into another question here. Man, it's beautiful out this week. This is a perfect day. Monday was great. Sunday was great. It's just beautiful out, Things are on the horizon. I mean, it's going to pour the next 3 or 4 days in a row, but, it's cool now. It's good now. All right, let's get on to another question here. Boyfriend cheated on me with my mother. Holy shit. Please hear me out. I'm here to listen. I am a 22-year-old female. I know this sounds ridiculous, and many of you won't believe whatever I'm going to say, but please hear me out. My boyfriend, 27, is currently working while I'm studying, and sometimes he will come over for dinner at my place. My mom, 41, and I live together, while my dad works overseas and only comes back a few times every year. Damn, that must be stressful on a relationship. Got to tell you. On certain days, my boyfriend ends work before I end school, so he will just go over to my place first to help my mom to prepare dinner. He will have around 1 to 2 hours before I reach home. Initially, when he first came over, he kissed my mom on the cheek. That's a little, I don't know. Some people just do that shit. I thought it was weird since we don't practice it, but I brushed it off. But for the past 2 months, he's been kissing my mom on her lips. And I got really uncomfortable, though it just a light peck. Jesus. There was once I thought I saw my boyfriend kiss my mom passionately in the living room, but I was unsure. Sorry, I'm laughing. This is just ridiculous. But I wasn't sure if I was seeing things, as if I was really drowsy after taking sleeping pills since I have insomnia. I don't think that's so. Last night, I found a pregnancy kit in the kitchen trash can. It is definitely not mine since I did not use that, so it can only be my mom's. Could my boyfriend and my mom be having an affair? Am I overthinking? Please help. Wow. This is weird. This is like, it's like Steve Wilkos shit. It's like Murray shit. You're not freaking out. That's weird. Why don't you just confront both of them? Or break up with the guy? This episode is all breaking up. Most of them are. What are you going to try and fix here? Your boyfriend's kissing your mom on the lips. That's gross. Sicko. I mean, she's more my age group, but like, you know, weirdo. What are you doing that in front of? First of all, the guy is a moron. He's doing it in front of you. So maybe he isn't really doing anything because he doesn't really give a shit. He's doing it in front. Kissing on the, hey, mom, can you stop kissing my boyfriend on the lips? Jesus, what is your problem? Go order things on QVC or whatever moms do nowadays. Go, I don't know, take a walk or, I don't know, say all lives matter, whatever you want to do. It's your life. But, yeah, that's really gross. I think you need to confront him immediately about this. But the thing is, who's to blame here? You know? They're both to blame. But I would probably hate your mom more for doing it, right? Am I right about that? Would you hate your mom more? I would definitely. Or my dad more, I guess, in this situation. But if something like that happened, he'd be like, yo, man, I fucked your girlfriend. It's like, oh, Jesus, Dad, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? But, yeah, you know, that's gross. You got to end it. That's my advice on that one. Wow, these are crazy questions. Both of these questions, you got to end it. I can't see anything because you're always going to remember this, you know? You're always going to remember it. You're always going to look at your mom in that way with this guy. So I don't think it is going to work out. That's my advice. That's my advice for these two questions. I hope everyone's having a great week, a great start to the week, as much as I am. You know, there's someone out there for everybody, okay? These people are scumbags. You know? They're scumbags. I feel bad for the woman in this case who has to deal with that guy. I feel bad for the other guy who has to deal with that girl. Why is everyone so shitty? This is hilarious. I mean, I'm not the most perfect guy ever. I've done some, I had to bleep out maybe 90% of an episode I recorded. But, you know, people are just shitty, you know? Sometimes you just have to, you have to know when to end it. You got to know when to end it. Wow. Yeah, so this, you know, I'm hoping everyone has a great rest of the week. I recorded, I don't think it's not out yet, but I also recorded a pretty cool thing with, it's called the Raw Talk podcast, where two strangers kind of sit down and just discuss life, and he asked me a couple questions, very non-suitable for work stuff we get into, but he's a cool guy, so check that out. It's probably out this week, this Friday maybe next week. I did that. But yeah, have a great week, everybody. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I'll be doing this every Monday from now on, not skipping a week. And I'm just glad things are sort of looking up this week. But pray it keeps happening for the weeks to come. That's my advice. Thank you for listening to the Anonymous Advice Podcast. I'm Andrew. See you next week.